Good morning, girls. Up to now, we have done the connectivity with either Oracle or with Access database, right? So, here in our syllabus, we have to cover the connectivity with MySQL also. So, in the last program, I am going to show you how to do the connection with MySQL. For that, we will follow the same steps as we have followed for the Oracle connectivity and Access connectivity. The steps are: number 1, to create a DSN. Step 2 is to create a database in MySQL. Step 3, to create a table in that database. Then step 4 is do the connection to database with the help of Java coding, and number 5 is to fetch the record from that table, right? So these are the steps as we have followed for the Oracle connectivity as well as for the MS Access connectivity. Let us start with the connection. First step, for that, first of all, you have to open XAMPP control panel. In the XAMPP, you have to start MySQL and Apache, and notice the port ID for MySQL. The port ID of MySQL is 3306 and the port ID for Apache is 8081. Start the services of Apache and MySQL and then minimize the control panel. Now our first step to connect with MySQL is to create a DSN. For that, open a control panel. We'll open the control panel. Select the system and security. Then go to administrative tools. Then data sources. Now move on the second tab, system DSN. For the new DSN, click on add button, right? Click on add button. This will open a window with name create new data source. Now we are going to do the connection with MySQL. For that you need a driver. The name of driver is MySQL ODBC 5.2 ANSI driver, right? Select this driver from the list shown over here, then click on finish. Now again you will get a new window. Provide a data source name for MySQL connection. I am giving SQL underscore DSN as a DSN name. Next, you have to check the port ID 3306. As I told you in the XAMPP control panel to check for this port ID 3306 MySQL, right? So it must be same 3306. Now user is root. No need to write anything in password. Now you have to choose a database from this drop down list, right? So all the databases created by MySQL are listed here, right? You can choose your own database. For example, here I am choosing ABC database. I have already created in MySQL. Now click on test button. You will get one message box on the screen with the message connection successful. Click on OK, right? Again, one more time you have to click on OK button. One more time. Before you close this window, check for your newly created DSN. We have given a name SQL underscore DSN. Here it is, SQL DSN, right? And the driver name is MySQL ODBC 5.2. If you want to do some changes, modification, particularly in this DSN, you can select this DSN and then you can click on configure button. The same details will be shown on the screen. Do your changes. For example, if you want to change the name of database, like here I want to take a test database. Once again click on test and connection successful. Click OK, once again OK, and click once again OK. Now close this window. Close this window and go to localhost 8081. Here I have taken 8081. Why? Because here for the Apache the port ID is 8081, so we can open the localhost through this port ID. That's why I took localhost 8081. And here you can see the list of all the databases available in phpMyAdmin. One of the database is test database. Here we will create one table with name student, right, and number of columns. For the sake of simplicity, I am taking just 2 columns for now, and click on go. As all of you are already known with this screen, and all of you are already known with how to create a table in MySQL, because you have already covered MyAdmin in your PHP subject. We'll define 2 fields over here. One is roll number, data type is integer. I'm not going to define any other fields, and I don't want to keep this field auto increment. The second field is name, data type is varchar, and the length is 30, and leave all other fields blank. Don't set any value for this other fields, right, and click on save. Here our structure is ready. Browse the structure. Okay, these are the 2 fields of student table. Now insert some records in this table by clicking on insert button. Roll number 1 and name is Ria. Roll number 2, name is Kripa. Click on go. Insert 2 more records in student table. Roll number 3, Nisha. Roll number 4, Reena, and click on go. So here we inserted 4 rows in student table. You can browse the structure. Even you can browse all the rows by clicking on just this table name. Here it is. You can see the output of this table on the screen. The same we will fetch in our Java coding, right? So now move back to NetBeans, minimize the screen and open the NetBeans window. Go to JDBC project, create a one class with name prg_23. And click on finish button. As usual, we need to import a package SQL as we have done in Access and Oracle database, right? As I told you in the previous session that you must mention the steps which you are doing for the connection with MySQL. You must note down that steps at the beginning of your program in your journals, right? So follow the same for this connectivity also. Here I am not mentioning that steps at the beginning of this program. I am directly starting from import java.sql. As usual, import this package for the connection. Now create main class, main function inside the public class PRG23. Public static void main, and create one object of string class, string args, main class begin, create one object of statement class with name st, and one more object of result set class with name rs. Now try block begin. We'll prepare the structure first, the basic structure for our program. The skeleton is ready. Now register the driver using class.forName method. As we always do for the connection with Oracle and Access, same we will do over here, class.forName method. The name of driver is again sun.jdbc .odbc dot jdbc odbc driver. Now get the connection with your recently created DSN using driver manager class. You forgot to create one object of connection class. No problem, you can take that object over here. The name of object is cn equals to driver manager dot get connection, right? Get connection. Now provide the URL of MySQL, that is jdbc colon odbc, and the name of DSN, that is SQL underscore DSN. Don't forget to put the semicolon at the end of line. Now st equals to cn dot create statement. This will send a SQL statement to our database, right? Create statement. Then rs equals to st dot execute query. Execute query because we want to fetch all the records from the student table of test database of MySQL, right? So we took execute query, pass the query as a parameter. For this function I will write select star from student, as we have already inserted 4 records in this table. Now we will iterate through while loop while loop begin, and we'll use the next method of result set class for moving the pointer from first position to second position. rs dot next. This will return a boolean value, true or false. Now inside the loop we will print all the information stored in student table with the help of getter method, right? For that we need system.out.println method. Inside the bracket I will write rs dot get integer, because our first column of student table is numeric field. So here I am taking rs dot get integer, and the index is 1, plus I want to leave some space. For that I will write /t, and on the same line I want to print the name of student, rs dot get string. Why I took this string get string method? Because the second column of student table of test database is defined as a varchar field. For that, its equivalent data type we need in Java database connectivity, right? So I took a get string method. Now index number of this column is 2. Now exit from the loop, close the connection. rs dot close will close the result set first, then we will close the st dot close, and finally connection dot close to close our database, right? That's it. Yes, it is showing an error. Yes, we forgot to do the pair of quotation mark. The program complete. Right click on editor window and run your file. Here we got all the records from the table student of test database. Fine, all the records you can see on the screen, which are manually inserted by us. Now this is all about to fetch the records from the student table. As we have done all the practicals for Oracle and Access, for updation of query, for deleting a record from the table, the same practical you can even implement in MySQL also. If you want to delete a record, you can execute the delete query. If you want to update the record of MySQL table, you can use the query accordingly, right? So whatever we did for the Access and Oracle database, same all the practicals you can do for MySQL connectivity as well. The major difference is only the creation of DSN, nothing else. Otherwise everything will remain same for Access, Oracle or MySQL, right? Even for any other type of database, the code will remain same. So keep these things in your mind and keep your journals up to date up to program number 23. Here our first chapter is over now. In the next session I will start a new chapter, that is RMI. Thanks for now. Thank you.